This is a video review for the Polar Vantage M smartwatch, the lesser addition to the Polar Vantage V. Some of the pros that I liked about it: obviously it has you can swap out the bands. It's got a big clear screen. It didn't feel too heavy. It's got a million multi-sport options. Just having that many choices to choose from when you're not a traditional runner makes a big difference to me. The biggest thing about it is it's got the most advanced heart rate sensor on the back. It's got 9 LEDs, green, orange, and red, and is significant as far as an optical heart rate sensor. It can connect to all the Bluetooth sensors. Overall, I felt like this was one of the lesser devices. I liked it probably the least of some of the devices I've tested, partially for the functionality. The heart rate was definitely better just from the optical heart rate tracking, but not perfect, not significantly better. Didn't compare with the chest strap, so questionable there. The backlight is a problem for me. So you only get, when you lift your wrist, you only get a dim backlight, and you actually have to push the button to be able to get a full backlight, which is kind of a problem. The smart notifications was an issue. So when you get a smart notification, you get a buzz, but you can't just glance down and look at your wrist and know what the smart notification was. You actually have to heave it up to be able to see the smart notification in full, which is kind of a pain. I didn't like that there wasn't many choices for screens. I did like that, it tracks your metrics as far as your load over the past 7 days. But one of the negative things that it does not track well compared to most of the other devices out there is it doesn't track sleep depth. It just tracks movement like an old tiny Fitbit would do, just whether you moved around a lot in the night, which is not helpful for recovery. And I didn't feel like it had a great gauge for your overall body health. I didn't personally like the app. The Polar Flow app I thought was, for me, visually not as easy to get information out at a quick glance. It's just all red, and so you have these metrics, and you can scroll down and look into it, and you can go into the computer and look into it. But for me, I mostly just use the phone, just use the app, and I want to be able to glean the important stuff, but the visual effects of it was not great. To reset the watch, you had to plug it into the computer and download a special app for the computer, which I thought was stupid in most of today's world. But overall, I would say that it is probably great for runners. It is great for CrossFit just because it has good optical heart rate tracking, but isn't good enough to outweigh the poor sleep tracking, as well as some of the other just basic functional things like the backlight and smart notifications. So thanks for watching.